Good day and welcome to Mayor King's TV News. I am Timiala Emanuela. Now to begin the news, here are some of our top stories. The Shekiri coalition endorses Michael Diden for Senate. Custom recovers stolen Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini and others smuggled into Lagos from Canada. On the foreign scene, Trump calls Iran response to US proposal to end war totally unacceptable. On sports, Arsenal closer to EPL title after 1-0 win over West Ham. Now the news in full. The All Progressive Congress in Delta State has stirred fresh political reactions after announcing that its State House of Assembly screening exercise would be held at the party's newly occupied secretariat on Waec Road, Asaba, a facility long identified with the People's Democratic Party before the recent wave of defections that reshaped the state's political landscape. The development has sparked criticism and quiet ridicule within political circles, with observers questioning why the APC, despite years of branding itself as the leading opposition force in Delta State, appears to have abandoned its familiar state secretariat and Long Anwai Road in favor of operating from the former PDP stronghold. Critics argue that the move paints a picture of parties struggling to establish a distinct identity of its own, choosing instead to inherit not only the PDP defectors but also the opposition party's political structures and operational base. In a statement signed by the Delta State Publicity Secretary, Valentine Onojogo, Esquire, the party announced that the National Working Committee (NWC) has approved members of the State House of Assembly Screening Committee and Screening Appeal Committee for Delta State. Moving on to the Shekiri Nation. Fresh political shifts emerged in Delta South on Saturday as the Shekiri Grassroots Coalition (RGC) endorsed Honorable Michael Diden, aka Ejele, for the Delta South senatorial seat ahead of the 2027 elections. The endorsement, announced during the inauguration of the Warri North chapter of the coalition in Koko, comes amid growing political calculations within the All Progressive Congress (APC), following the recent endorsement of incumbent Senator Joel Onuakpo Thomas for a second term. Speaking at the event, RGC National Coordinator Collins Orishetime Edema, represented by Ben Eburajolo, said the Shekiri Nation would no longer accept political marginalization, insisting it was time for fair representation in Delta South. The group also expressed concern over recent comments made by Ijaw leader Chief Gospel Agbenekema, warning against statements capable of heightening tension within the Warri Federal Constituency. The coalition also endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Delta State Governor Sheriff Oboiwori for second term in office. The coalition further disclosed that it had resolved to support an Ishekiri candidate for the Warri Southwest constituency in the 2027 elections after efforts to persuade Ijaw leaders to present another aspirant failed. Going on to Lagos State. The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) has intercepted and recovered 7 luxury vehicles allegedly stolen from Canada at the Tinkan Island port in Lagos. According to an internal custom document dated May 5, 2026, the recovered vehicles include a 2019 Lexus RX350, 2019 Mercedes-Benz G550, 2023 Land Rover Range Rover, 2019 Lamborghini Huracán, 2021 Rolls-Royce Dawn Convertible, 2018 Lamborghini Aventador, and a 2026 Toyota Tundra. The Customs Service disclosed that all the vehicles were confirmed to have been stolen in Canada before being illegally exported and shipped into Nigeria. In a statement made available to journalists on Sunday, the agency said the interception confirmed part of ongoing efforts to strengthen international collaboration against smuggling and transnational vehicle theft. Speaking during the handover of the recovered vehicles to the Deputy High Commissioner of Canada to Nigeria, Frank Onyenka, the Customs Area Controller of the Tin Can Island Command, said the operation was made possible through intelligence sharing and joint collaboration between the NCS and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Now on the foreign scene. President Donald Trump has dismissed Iran's response to U.S. proposals to end the war as totally unacceptable. Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency said Tehran's proposal, sent via Pakistan, which had served as a mediator, included an immediate end to the war on all fronts, a halt to U.S. naval blockade of Iranian ports, and guarantees of no further attacks on Iran. A ceasefire meant to facilitate talks to end the war launched by the US and Israel in February has been largely observed, despite occasional exchanges of fire. Earlier this week, Trump repeated that the war in Iran will be over quickly. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium must be taken out before the war against Iran can be considered over. According to Iranian state media, Tehran's proposal includes a demand for compensation for war damage and an emphasis on Iranian sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, of which President Donald Trump considers completely unacceptable. Finally, on the world of sports, Arsenal moved one step closer to winning the English Premier League title after a hard-fought 1-0 victory over West Ham United at London Stadium on Sunday. The Gunners are now 5 points clear of reigning champions Manchester City in the closely contested title race. Belgian winger Leandro Trossard scored the decisive goal in the 83rd minute after an intense battle between both sides. There was late drama in stoppage time as West Ham had a goal ruled out in the 95th minute following a foul on Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya. Arsenal now have 2 league matches remaining and could be crowned champions on May 18, 2026. Now to end the news recap on our headlines. The Shekiri coalition endorses Michael Deeden for Senate. Customs recovers stolen Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini, and others smuggled into Lagos from Canada. On the foreign scene, Trump calls Iran response to US proposal to end war totally unacceptable. And on sports, Arsenal closer to EPL title after 1-0 win over West Ham. That's the news as read and edited by Timiala Emanuela. Thanks for watching.